Hi everybody! Nice to see you. Von Seiten here, and we are doing something special today because it's Sunday and Sunday is a special day, people say. So, before I completely drop into rhyming stuff, yeah, here we are running Mechwarrior 5 for sure, and it's now a good time to test a new mod build. So, it has been a day creating new stuff, correcting stuff, fixing issues, doing new things, and well, just made a new build, which, fingers crossed, hopefully should work well. Let's keep fingers crossed because I don't know. It's a testing phase here, and I'm running Mechwarrior 5 for sure, heavily modded, and core mod is beside vonBiomes. Absolutely, that was no bummer. So another one is for sure Merc Tech, like turning Mechwarrior into a simulation. And secondly, or thirdly, much other cool stuff like TTAI rules, like better brains for mechs, pilot overhaul, and I hope I don't forget anything more crucial to the Mechwarrior experience here. If I do, forgive me. So, all right, I loaded already one mission. It's like instant action, no career at the moment, just for testing out the mod. And here, this is now a first glance at Spaceport City at the current state of development. So this is quite special because I spent the last day while staying home and having some beers and listening to music with modding and creating new stuff. So there is a new system, and the new system is basically a destruction simulator of buildings. So Spaceport City features many custom buildings, or at least a bunch of. There will be more in the future, but first step is to create a reliable framework. And yeah, I hope, if there are no bigger issues, that this new framework for destructible buildings is now hopefully done, finished, and working. So let's see. We will see it live what the effect is. So much for the introduction. I'm running Merctech as said, and it also has been updated with new things in the MW5 cap, like the community asset bundle. And there is a new mech, the Sun Spider. Oh, I love the Sun Spider. I first encountered it in Battletech, like the strategy game. And yeah, no, it's the first time ever, I guess, because I don't think it was in MechWarrior 4 or 3, to jump into a Sun Spider. And it's a clan mech, I think. Please correct me in the chat if I'm completely wrong. So, yeah, wait a second. Is the stream actually working? This is always a very good question, because I'm not 100% sure at the moment. If I reload, it doesn't really do something. It's always the same, like, ah, there is always something. It's a different stream now. If I'm completely wrong. All right, okay. That is weird. This YouTube stuff, like, I have to go to the other stream and tell, embarrassment as every time. So perhaps we will restart this here in a second. How did I do that? Why doesn't that work like it should? Sometimes this YouTube connector thingy gives me an error message. New UL. Sorry for that. YouTube messing up. Really weird. Huh. Embarrassment. So I was, like, it was such a good introduction. Here, it's a different wool. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Damn, shit. We will do the whole introduction all over again. So, yeah. No! Why is that happening? Crazy shit. YouTube messing up again. I need to cut that from the recording. So let's kick the recording first and do all over again. So let me just quickly fix the link from the Discords. Embarrassing. New URL, YouTube messing, new URL. All right. So one thing fixed. Don't know why it's sometimes working and sometimes not working, but this is how it goes, you know, like this is how it is. Let's quickly see if I can fix up here. Here, there is no text anymore. So bear with me. I'm sorry for all that messing up here, but yeah, it's necessary to really quickly kick in the text again and again. So this should now work, right? So this is now, let's add quickly some texts. Right. You know, like it never works like intended. But I don't know. I need to identify issues in this system and have it like be more stable. I don't know. But YouTube is sometimes, you know, like a little bit strange. New URL. New URL. So, okay. So much confusion. So late in the day, already so much confusion. So, yeah. Good. All right. So at least that should work now for a little bit. Can I change the preview picture and write there new ULC chat? It does take hours now. Oh, it doesn't. You know, like live stuff is sometimes difficult. So anyhow, let's do some live testing because I will upload the video anyhow as a recording afterwards. So, all right. Is it now the right one? Yeah, so, okay. But there are people in the other chat, on the stream. Stupid. So. Totally embarrassing. This is how it goes. So, all right. Sorry for the confusion. Again, let's do that again. So, second time's the charm. Welcome everybody again to Mechwarrior 5 mod preview live testing of the new vonBiomes Spaceport City, and there is a special surprise. Need to mention that. So, a Sun Spider is a clan mech, and it's amazing, like a chicken leg mech, and I really love it. It has good looks, and I just know it a little bit from the BattleTech strategy game, you know, like the turn-based strategy game, and it's amazing. It looks a little bit like a Locust. Yeah, it does, but it's more firm, and it has 70 tons. The model is a little bit small, perhaps, I don't know, so in comparison, for example, with the Centurion. But yeah, it just came out, you know, like things with mods, they can need polish. So this is one thing perhaps that yeah, should be perhaps looked at I don't know, perhaps the clan mech is just very compact. But it's 70 tons, and let's take a quick look while we are at it, and now finally are in the right stream. So, yeah. This is a Sun Spider. So it's 70 tons, full of clan technology for sure, if it's a clan mech, yeah, you know. So this is what is inside. Ultra AC2, Ultra AC2, Ultra AC2, Ultra AC2. I'm really looking forward to that. But you know, like testing the Sun Spider is not the core of our experience, but still very nice that there is something new. Hi Toad to Silverstone. Hi, nice to see you. Yeah, the latest update for early access is on Patreon. If you like to support the development, the mod development, join up on Patreon. You know, like just for small things like per month a coffee or some beers, you get early access and can download work in progress versions and enjoy the newest biomes which are coming up. The Sun Spider itself is from Merktech. So Merktech integrates the community asset bundle, and it's basically, you know, like a bundle for more than just one mod to use. And it's part of the Merktech download. It's linked in the Discord channel, Merktech, and released by Magnum, the famous Magnum builder and head of the Merktech development. Thank you very much at this point. Yeah. So, all right, first for Spaceport City. What's new and fresh is a destructible system for buildings, you know, like a dynamic destructible system. Because before it was like a little bit wonky, you shoot something or you run into something and there is still stuff floating around, like if there is a billboard attached to the building. Should be solved now, but the beauty of it is that there are now chain reactions, like if you crush into a lower part of the building, the upper parts collapse. Much blueprint magic is going on here for the first time in vonBiomes. So let's don't stall it too much and let's simply click ready. And again, it's all testing work in progress, so there can be glitches. I'm hopeful that there are not too much. So okay, let's see. Keep fingers crossed. Hope nothing crashes. This is, you know, now crashes are really not the case anymore as far as I've seen. It's just rarely that the map doesn't load in instant action. I'm not sure why, but that's really rare. So let's see. A thing to find out. Cheers. Yeah, playing with two joysticks for sure. Oh, the Sun Spider has an issue. No what's it called? Paper doll. Okay, some things to report. But yeah, we will survive, and it's more for show and tell here, anyhow. So this is Spaceport City, as you know and probably perhaps love it from screenshots. Ooh, this is great. What are the weapon groups? Yeah. 2 large lasers, pink, and AC2s. So yeah, we really jumped into the Spaceport City map already, and it's full of landing zones here. It's a nice map in a way, because it spawned just landing zones. Alright, there's not so much what's it called, diversity in terms of tiles here at this moment, but yeah, we will do a second mission afterwards to see more of the building stuff perhaps. So let's kick it. One Scorpion Light. Oh, it's still there. Hello, I'm Mr. Sun Spider. Alright, I love really how they sound. Okay, yeah. So let's kill the first one. What is it, by the way? It's a war zone. But yeah, we are more here for sightseeing, and as you can see, there is much stuff going on, and everything should be quite destructible. Interesting part, there is a city tile or a garrison tile, also now spawned into the map. It's already heat level critical? I thought the clans are so, you know, like heat resistant. What is the rest of the game? Yeah, what is better, yet another MechLab or MercTech? I personally prefer MercTech because of its simulation aspects, which are not really shown here, I guess. Because, yeah, it's a fresh mech, it's the Sun Spider, and normally the cockpit should be very shaky. But what's so cool about MercTech is that it really extends Mechwarrior 5 into, you know, like a simulation. Alright, here are buildings. Let's quickly test it. So, yeah, completely fresh buildings. So, yeah, you can break them for sure. But you can also, very cautiously here, raise parts. Or raise? No. Destroy parts. Like, it's really highly destructive. You know, like, things can break. And the other parts, they are still standing. Which means you can really change how the battlefield looked like. You know, like, or it does automatically by being such a dynamic battlefield now. So, like, when I walk through here, oh yeah, boom, things break down and explode all the time. And this is what have been in the making since for the last days. That it is very dynamic. As you can see, the side parts, they are still there. You know, like, let's perhaps do it that way. They're still existing now. And this was not the case before. Oh, okay, this, alright. Can't run down this one. So, and also, what's going on Spaceport City is that with WarFX, one of the major mods also, because it adds this amazing particle effect, everything will burn. Everything will burn, and there will be columns of smoke. So, okay, let's test it one more time. And as you can see, you know, like, everything breaks down after the centerpiece plate just breaks down. It was hard work. It was days of experimenting and getting this system to run, which was kind of amazing that it does. Yes, beautiful. Already available. If you want to play it, become a supporter on Patreon and enjoy it yourself. Oh yeah, there is, see, one more issue. I should take a note. There is one more setting wrong on this one that I can't run it down. So it needs this testing phase. You know, like it's fine-tuning stuff. So let's, yeah, the center works. But there are two sidewalls that are still withstanding my force. But yeah, this is how it is. Some things can always be a little bit wonky in testing in early access versions. Alright. But isn't that great? What do you think? Yeah, forget, no, that's too much work. Collapsing animations is like that here in the middle, you know, like I put one in of the facades of other buildings. But yeah, you know, like, it's not a full-time job, or at least without, I don't know, 100 supporters on Patreon or something like that. So I need always to keep efficiency in mind, and that things can be possible to also do and not take too much time. So like talking about weeks or months, just single pieces, that the development of the mod is not progressing. So this is important, you know, like, I think, you know, like the particle effects are okay, and the smoke is covering it up. Shoot it, please, to show it. Have you still buildings here? Yeah. So, destructible. Let's kill the Comstar. So, if I shoot down the structure behind it, so the sign breaks, the structure breaks too. And now it's removed. Oh yeah, perhaps a little bit too less hit points. You know, it's completely work in progress. And it's a preview. That's important to consider. But isn't that cool that all these buildings, you know, like, form now destructed things and destructed structures, which are also for sure in the way of shooting through. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I use for the buildings at least at the moment what is here. You know, like the facades, they are not freshly made. Because, you know, like, first I don't want to break the visual identity, which, as from a designer standpoint, is important that it's consistent. And secondly, creating new facades is also quite a huge task, you know, like, but using what is there, and it's much. It's really much. The PGI built up tons of content for Mechwarrior because of this procedural approach, and since that is already there, um, there is much to achieve with it. So it's nice in a way. Perhaps at some point of time, like when there is perhaps more time to do stuff also, it's a little bit more sustaining itself, then yeah, possible. But buildings are quite complex. And the thing is with Mechwarrior is, at least in my point of view, it really doesn't help if stuff isn't destructible. I always try to be as destructible as possible, as strange that it sounds. So, is it dying? Is the sun spider crushing down? No. But the heat is, I guess, inferno rockets or something like that. But yeah, we are not here for the battle, at least at the moment. It's about sightseeing. So, alright. Yeah, so the heat is a mess here. I will send in, look at that. Just the helmet of the Centurion is still intact. Alright. Yeah, we'll try a second map. Because I want to show you the new cliff tiles. They are one of the stars of the new biome. Because one of the main parts here of the main work was to overhaul everything. Like building these tiles. I don't know how long it's going on now. I think, I don't know, some months. And I try to do at least 2 full days a week, like on the weekend. And there is still the corona crisis going on here with high numbers of cases. So instead of going out and having party time, I'm having party time at home and doing modding. Doesn't sound so exciting, but there is something coming out of it. And that's actually a good point. So the vonBiomes extensions of the last 1.5 years at least is thanks to the corona pandemic. to say something positive about it, like there should always be a positive view on something. So again, let's destruct it first, and then let's crush it first, secondly. And so if I crush the centerpiece, and like you have to remember, normally you don't do that in that way. Normally it's like you're in the cockpit and you rush through, and yeah, oh, there is an enemy shooting it, all right, everything explodes, so okay, over there. So it's completely different. Looking on it from the outside, like, I don't at least play out of cockpit. I know some peoples do, but yeah, for me it's like about the immersion, and there it's also not so game changing if there is now no collapsing animation. There is in some parts, so yeah, this is how it is. But yeah, that's possible. And there's also a slow field, slowing you down when you do that, which is also important. You can't really rush through, but you get slower, like your mech is forcing itself through the building. But yeah, this is how it is. So, I would suggest we start quickly up a second map to see if we have other tiles visible, or, like seeing the cliffs for the first time. Yeah, it's everywhere the same. So it's like, I don't know. So we, here in Austria, everything, like dropped, like all restrictions in a way. There are some still, but yeah, I don't know. There we have the highest amount of cases since ever. And I know it's Omicron, it's not inflicting people so much, but still, like it's a pandemic still. So yeah, I hope that will run out its course in the next course of the year, perhaps in the next, yeah, a year is perhaps optimistic, but yeah, possibly that's, at least that's the hope, like that viruses evolve into not so deadly variants or not so strong variants, because like they want to survive longer too, and it's like a filter. So keeping fingers crossed once more. All right, so we are back here in the scenario. I don't know, it doesn't really matter for now. Let's put in a raid. I always keep the difficulty low for testing, like we want to see stuff and not being shot at. So let's quickly confirm the scenario. Does it go through? Yeah. So in 95% of all cases, it goes well. In, I don't know, a 1 or 2%, sometimes it hangs at map generation. So it just jumps back and you need just to hit randomize. And, oh, I don't want to edit the loadout. I want to change the map. So Sun Spider looks a little bit broken. Or broken is the wrong word, broken. You know, like it's more like perhaps it needs a little bit polished. What should we take? Rifleman, one of my favorite mechs. Or let's take a rifle. Why not? Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, I don't judge people anymore, or I judge them by their behavior outside. But it's a little bit, you know, like sad. That's the thing. Yeah, let's take this rifleman here. All others stay as they are. Can you do a destruction to see how much the new physics helps it? Can you do a destruction to see? I can do a destruction. Oh yeah, no, is the Madcat in? I have installed the mod, the Madcat mod, which is on the Nexus, but it's not appearing in instant action. I know there is something secondary to put in, and I did that, but I think I got the load order wrong. I'm not sure. Or was it there? I need to take a second.
Weapons online.
Would love to see this amazing cockpit. So, oh yeah, that's already getting better. So, welcome to the Spaceport City again. And now the map is a little bit diverse. It's more like landing zones in the middle. And yeah, what's it called? Gullies on the side. Yeah, that could be interesting. So yeah, quick look outside. Smog. Important. The smog is volumetric clouds. Like special smog. It's the unhealthy one, but still special. So, okay. This is also a part of it. Having these gullies. Yeah, first time I think in Mechwarrior. There are underground areas where you can walk through. Sometimes they're really long. Here it's more short gullies on this generated map. But sometimes, you know, like they do twists and turns. And yeah, this adds so much to the battlefield. I had battles, you know, like where it was multi-layered, so to say. There were actions going on top and battles on the bottom. And also, they provide very well cover. Like, if there is now a dropship landing right outside here, you can shoot, go back, and really defend this entrance. They work very well. Quite proud about, you know, like, the underground system. Alright. Whoa, this holds. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Again, let's quickly kill the VTOL. Yeah, the new missile sound is okay. Before it was kind of weird. So yeah, it's already destroyed a little bit. It's perhaps disappearing too fast. I don't know, you know, like it's a prototype. So it's not 100%, but again, normally you see it like that. I guess at least that's how most people play. And since I'm more on the side of the simulation experience, also it's a little bit darker, which I like. So I don't know, the outside view is making everything a little bit brighter. So, okay. Let's see what is happening here. Yeah, there's also a top side for sure. Also for a new map idea about a super highway map. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. The only thing is, there is... that super highway needs to be crossed. So on every tile at the ends, there is another highway starting. So it would be like a checkerboard of highways because you can't put in like a highway through anything. It's the same like with rivers. The only thing that would be replaceable are like the underground tiles here. It's a little bit too steep. So I'm currently in both, you know, like one of these underground areas. I wonder how sometimes the AI does get it, sometimes they're a little bit confused, but it's more likely because of the walls here are a little bit too steep still. Need to polish them a little bit more. So yeah, what I wanted to do, or what I tried, is a little bit creating things which go across the map, but this is not really possible with the tile system, with the procedural system, because it changes the orientation of tiles dynamically. So you never know when a highway, for example, is like that. On some other tiles it's like that. So it's 90 degrees turned. And yeah, this is how it is. Oh yeah, but here we see something new. It's not completely fresh and new, but yeah, working now and finished to a point. These are now the new cliff tiles, you know, like they feature these enormous walls, like the mega structures of the spaceport city. Let's quickly walk up. I don't care about salvage, we are here for sightseeing. Oh, okay. I also flashed out many of these tiles, you know, like with custom sceneries. Like here, for example, there's a dropship which has been landing or has landed here. And this one's new. Oh yeah, this is dynamic again. There's a loader king, you know, like everybody. There are no humans because that's not a thing currently in Mechwarrior 5. All the cities, they are completely abandoned. But perhaps that is how war zones work in the future. You know, like side reference to current times. So yeah. With these double storage, two storage buildings, I think the destruction already looks very fine. You know, like it's very cloudy, and it's really messing up things when you hit it. Yeah, but again, this is the normal view. So you see things crushing down. Oh yeah, what's going on here? And yeah, you can also for sure use that as battle surprise, you know, like run through a building and surprise an enemy from behind. So yeah, quickly following, where was the cliff? Shouldn't be here, yeah, okay. Was it the slope or does it continue here? Let me quickly check. Oh yeah, it does not continue. So there is also a little bit of like broken down city parts. Here is one of the alternative energy generation systems, aka the solar farm. You know, like I needed to fill the hillside, and it's not so easy to do in a way because, you know, like it's so tilted. So I put in the solar panels, and they work quite well, I have to say. You know, like that they put something logical, at least a little bit logical, on this steep slope. So yeah, don't use logic too much. So, but you know, I know there are buildings perhaps in the way, you know, like putting a shade onto them, but you know, like it's not. That's not the point. The future works differently. So billboards, interesting question. Billboards are currently in two ways, or already almost three ways. So the core billboards I made are sticked onto buildings. These are now, since this new release, also one of the achievements of the last days, is that they are created dynamically. So the texture is changed dynamically. Don't shoot it now, I need the building for demonstration purposes. Lands mates. Alright, so here we have one billboard. This is the regular size now for the custom billboards. Here yet another mech lab. And yeah, the texture itself is now dynamically. So it's not like the same billboard all on the same building. But there are also these vertical billboards, and I can do the same here. I just need to create the artworks, but this is a thing, you know, like, which has no issues, which is completely clear how it's done, and sorry, and what are the necessary steps. So this is on the end. First, make the system run, and then fine-tune it and polish it. There will also be more structures, more houses. So with this new system, I created already this variant here, but there will be, I don't know, 20 more of them. So there is really much difference. Also more things like this crate tiles, you know, like the storage areas, so to say. And everything needs to be more fleshed out, but that takes a little bit, and you know, like, this is the ongoing work. First, make a running system or a working system, and then for the rest. So yeah, creating textures for this one, or these ones here. Sorry, okay, now it's not so visible anymore. You know, like for the side billboards is also for sure possible. Alright, so there are also like mega structures like this one. They are not destructible. They are as they are from Mechwarrior. They don't have any destructible meshes or something like that. And again, it's not possible to create it because simply I don't have the source on one hand. And secondly, time. So let's take a look on another fleshed out tile. Yeah, this one is also one. So yeah, there are people living, there are cars. And there are parking stands. And everything's destructible. So yeah, this is like a mixture of procedural buildings and, you know, like little parts and scenery is like these housings here. Sorry people. They're very small housings in a way. Yeah, which are put into everything. So it's mixed together. Alright, so yeah, I really liked it. You know, like it's when you do something for days and finally it works. So it's quite a satisfaction to have it in. So you can also shoot it for sure. Everything breaks as it should be. Walk through side parts. Yeah. Yeah, it will be a cool biome, I think. Ah, light show. Okay. So yeah, there are also some structures here. I use also the guard towers sometimes, you know, like, oh yeah, we can take a look down. This is also nice. Sorry, guard tower. Sorry, buildings. You know, like, always the same. Where are we? I don't see anything here now. So, okay. So yeah, we are on top of the area. Everything's crashing, just... yeah, I love it. So, okay. There is a little bit of a... oh, yeah, look at the distance! If we see it! No, too much smoke, too much fire. That's how it is. There were some starting dropships in the background. Yeah, they're gone now. So, alright. You can also look down, you know, like... here, perhaps, it's more a bad example because the height is a little bit high of the what's it called? You know, like the barrier. Yeah, it's in the making. No, wait a second. Which one is yours? Gamekeepers? Is it Gamekeepers? So, let's find one. Currently there are 8 billboards or something like that. And perhaps I messed up some. You know, like, it's a prototype. If there is something not appearing, it's also possible that it's basically a lerp chain. Logarithmic something blueprintish. So it creates a billboard and then it does the there are too many. There could be some issues still. There are so many yet another mech lab here that I'm a little bit surprised. It's the yet another mech lab area. Put your lab coat on. A little bit Merc Tech. possible that there is still something, you know, like one node not connected right or something like that. Let's search. But good that you mention it. Need to take a look on that. Perhaps, I don't know. I'm also quite fresh to this blueprinty stuff. But you are right, there are not enough variations. Absolutely. I see yet another MechLab Coyote. The MerkTech on the sides doesn't count because it's not yet dynamic on this pipe structures. It's just a fixed one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Strange. I had the impression it was still working okay-ish. Yeah, sorry for that. Will be done in the next version, I guess. Interesting. So it seems that the lerp chain is like just taking level 1 or level 2, but it has 8 or 7 levels. And yeah, it seems like there is another issue. Always issues appearing. That's how it is. Perhaps a not right connected. And yeah, that's why we do the testing. Practical example of how it goes, you know, like build, test, fix, build, test, fix. This is the cycle. Yeah, it's true. So there is something going on with the lerps. Good to know. So, okay. We have seen a little bit of it. Let's return to the title. And one more thing for today is there is a special in the new early access release. A very fresh thing nobody has seen yet, except myself and Michi the Wildcat, my co-op buddy. Quickly start it up. All right. So there is one more. Let's take a large map site. I hope it works well. Again, you know, like it's always a little bit of an excitement. You know, like this testing sometimes. Oh yeah, does it work? No, it's now public. It's now live. Permafrost Tundra, fresh and new. Look at that. With grass objects you have never seen in Mechwarrior. Woohoo! So yeah. Let's take the late afternoon. Not light permafrost tundra. Alright, looks good. Yeah, let's take a look if the Mad Cat is here. And permafrost I can't pronounce it. Permafrost Tundra is also in your download. You see, there is no Mad Cat. I don't know. I have messed up something with, I don't know, perhaps the load order. In my personal opinion, the suggested load order should be stated more prominently on the mods and their pages. But yeah, I don't know. It has never appeared on my end. So yeah. Let's take a Phoenix. We are here for sightseeing anyhow. So, permafrost... It's really hard to pronounce. I never tried to pronounce it out loud. Permafrost Tundra. One of the endangered ecosystems... Timber... Oh yeah, it could have been called Timberwolf. I should have taken a look at it. Anyhow, we're here for the landscape. So, permafrost is one of the endangered areas of this planet, and this is completely fresh and new. Nobody has seen it before. Actually, it's good that we took the Phoenix Hawk because it has jump jets. So let's load in the grass a little bit. That takes at the start also sometimes a little bit for caching like now. And this is now completely fresh and in permafrost. And it has, you know, like grass objects which have never been in a other biome before, like these wild grass patches here. Big news, you know? And hopefully we have some special tiles. I don't know. Is this one? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, good for demonstrational purposes. But I really love the color combination. There is something going on with the Lord, but this is vanilla. This is from the original. You know, like first the tree is a little bit green, and then it starts to get autumnish. Don't know. Don't look at it too hard. But yeah, it's combining colorful reds with icy whites, and it for sure has also the watery tiles, which you probably have already seen on the screenshot, but here in live action, at first the Mechwarrior. So there is really underwater now. Hey, there is something in the ground. I didn't know I put that in. And it's really slowing you down. It's great. So also, it is as it is. You know, like it's an extension. When it's raining underwater because there is no particular killer or something like that. But these are just minor details. But I really love how it turns out. You know, like these areas, this water bodies in between, and also the color combination of the reddish and yellowish hues in together in combination with the icy and stony rocky ground. Have you seen animation? Hard work. So right. Do you like it? What do you think? Yeah, this is a good question. I used the water from vanilla. I heard that since some DLC 1 or something, water does cool. I don't know. So, I have never tested it. If you can test it. Or if we test it now. I don't know. I don't know how Mechwarrior. Yeah, it does. It's faster. It's much faster. Yeah, it does. For sure it does. You know, what do you think? It doesn't cool more? Yeah, it acts as a coolant. Very cool. Thank you for putting that up. Yeah, it's the same water object, so I guess there is some system behind it somewhere. When you're in contact with water, perhaps now it doesn't cool because we're not in contact. But yeah, you know, like details again. But happy that it works like that. So you can go underwater now. With animation when coming up. You know, a little bit of proudness in my heart. So, okay. And I really, again, I said it just before, but I really love how it turned out. And also, I fixed these ones, because in vanilla, they have completely messed up level of details. It's like, when you're away like that, this one would be like it's, you know, like 2D sprite representation looking like a blob on this short distance. So I fixed the bushes. Also for the bog and marsh biome. Not for the vanilla biomes. I don't touch them. Because, not they're sacred or something, but you know. Don't want to mess up compatibility with something else. I don't hit this wonky VTOL. It's too far away. Ah, yeah, okay, it's 800 meters. So now rockets hitting. Oh, when the chefs and the flares. This is so great. Like, this is so great. I love Merktech. So yeah, this is the new look. Welcome to the tundra. Sparse vegetation, fresh grass, colorful contrast, and yeah, the watery tiles which are also present in the bog and marsh. And yeah, some new rocks. These ones are also new, you know, like perhaps there will be a little bit more of them. Like, I searched also for ice crystals and things like that, but hard to find sources which are free to use in Creative Commons. So, well, most things I built in are Creative Commons assets for sure, because, you know, like creating everything by hand would be too much. But I really love how these, if it's just, you know, like there's just one thing, not variants of it, but it changes the look dramatically. It really freshes up the scenery. Without that, it doesn't look like rough or complete. Alright, yeah. And this is it. This is what is new and what is also in the current early access version on Patreon. Download, enjoy, shoot some screenshots on Discord to make everybody envy, jealous. It's the same, envy and jealous? No, you know what I mean. Yeah. Icy lakes, snowy rocks, new battlegrounds. Alright. So this concludes a little bit the preview from today. I hope you like it. Yeah, that's I will take a look too. Yeah, let's take a look. One last thing, you know, like I would really love to know if it is inside. I have never seen it in action live. Because, you know, like I just saw the cockpit and I was like, what the fuck? This cockpit view, you know, like with this it looks a little bit like a fighter jet style, and I really appreciate that it has this reference. So is there something else new? No, let's take Bog Marsh. It's okay. So, we don't start anyhow. So, or we don't do much anyhow. So yeah, it's also good. Bog Marsh, you know, like should have fixed bushes, scrubs, and yeah, it's the same here. You know, like this happens sometimes in the early access version. I warn you, if it does. I have never seen it in career. It's very rare. But there is something not right with the map generation. Oh no. I hope the new hero tiles in general are not messing up anything in a non-fixable way. But you can click randomize. And it gets a new code. Perhaps it's also just one of the templates which is broken. I don't know. It's hard to debug. This is the issue here mostly. That I'm not sure how I should take a look what's going on. But yeah, some more tests. Perhaps there is a way to find it out. Alright. So it should be Timberwolf then. No, it's also not here. Timberwolf or Madcat. It must be under, what is it, 75 tons? No? Now again, something's weird. I don't know. My guess is I put it on the wrong load order. If you can shoot me your load order setting for the Timberwolf, this would be great. Then I can check. So yeah. This is how it is. So, summary. Let's wait a second. One more thing. One more test quickly. Just to end up on a visual note. Let's do one more Spaceport City. Rain. Moderate. Morning. Have a quick different look. Also see if there is, you know, like a loading issue. So again, if there is a loading issue in the early access version, just hit randomize. If it's happening career, yeah, you need to skip the mission, I guess, because there is something with the map generator. And again, I hope that it's not, you know, like a thing which comes by adding more tile automatically. Not sure. Not sure. All right. One more look at the Spaceport City to conclude this preview. Yeah, it looks also good. I really like the haze when it's moderate. You know, like it really looks so smoggy. And the color combination is also good of this blue and going over to yellow and greenish hues. So yeah, and going over to the red on the side. It's really, yeah, it has a good gradient. So, okay, one more check. What do we see? What do we have? Oh, sorry. Yeah, we have seen this again. This is like the situation of the landing dropship. Another landing dropship on the opposite side. Landed. That is how it looks from above. Oh, do we have an ocean? Yes. Wait a second. I need to check actually something. Yeah, there is something with the billboards going on. You're absolutely right. So, okay. Quickly jumping over there. Good that we started one more map. Doing some sightseeing here. This is the height I'm aiming for. This is great. So as you can see, there is the ocean. And the ocean has ports. Let's quickly check. Ooh, crushing down. Alright, alright, alright. So there are many crates. You can really run through them and it's like, oh yeah. Stumpy, 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 and doesn't stop. Stumpy, 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 stumpy. And then everything's smoky and dusty thanks to Warvix. But as you can see, there is now the ocean. And I increased the ocean level. And there is one thing to test because that didn't work. It should work like that too now. Oh, wait a second. Need to... Yeah, it works. The slow field doesn't. Interesting. It rains underwater. Please ignore that. I would really appreciate if that could be ignored. Perhaps I can do something in the post-processing volume. But I'm happy that it works so far. And that, you know, like, there are watery stuff going on. But yeah, it's a port. You can really go underwater. And there is a whole scenery about it. And not only one, but I created 4 or 5 of these tiles. Anyhow, in the Patreon supporter Discord, you can see them all. I guess you have perhaps seen 1 or 2 of them. And I'm really happy how they turned out. You know, like they add something which reminds me always of this mission in Mechwarrior 4 Mercenaries, where you are fighting against the boats coming in. Yeah, the Alpha Wolf is a different mech. The Alpha Wolf is not the Timber Wolf. So the Timber Wolf, aka the Mad Cat, is one thing, I think, and the Alpha Wolf is another type of mech from the clans. And what I mean is this mod on the Nexus, having this customized amazing cockpit, and I'm not sure if it works with MercTech. There is yet another MechLab version, but I never did get it to run. So it never appears in instant action. And in my career or in my regular game, I'm not, you know, like at times where the clans appear, so not sure. Not sure. But yeah, these are the ports. So for the mech, for the Timberwolf, we need to take a look. It's, I guess, just some setting, or my suspicion is the load order. All right, okay. Yeah, let's check them out. But yeah, this is now how it goes. And it's actually already quite playable. There should not be major issues. If there are, it can happen that there is something breaky. If it is, please shoot me a screenshot on Discord, because I always need to see which tile it is. So there should be the minimap visible, and I need to see what the issue is. For example, I had one landing marker set too close to a slope, so the landing ship was coming in, and you know, like you get out of the landing ship, but your mates on the other side don't, because there is the slope. Little things like that. It's just moving around bits and pieces and fine adjustments. If you see something like that, shoot me a Discord screenshot and I can easily fix it. So, by the way, the dropships are marked as enemy dropships, but I guess that's just, you know, like map marker. I don't know. You don't have to destroy them or something like that. And your landsmates ignore them also, so yeah, it's not really the enemy. Yeah, nice scenery. I said I like the moderate haze in moderate settings.
New target.
Yeah, this one I put in too. I wanted to have a mech stand there, but it's appearing as an enemy which doesn't do anything, like. But this one gets attacked by the landsmates too. So that they all the time, every time they kill it. It's like a you know, like a mech just parked there. Live destruction footage. Cockpit sharpshooting. I don't hit the cockpit here? Weird. Is it indestructible? Yeah, you know, minor bits and pieces. It's just one Jaeger mech. I will remove it. I hope that it serves, you know, like as an alternative to the Loader Kings. Oops, sorry. But yeah. Gets in as an enemy. So good so far. This is Spaceport City. It's already quite fleshed out. It's completely playable. Downloadable for all Patreons on patreon.com/vonseiten. And you can play it. It should work already for at least the majority of all kind of missions. And you can have much fun, and there is much more explosions going on. Be harmed. No, be warned, not harmed. But harm the other stuff. Everything, you know, like explodes on Spaceport City. So, thank you very much for joining. I will fetch a drink now. And, yeah. Play a little bit single player. Secretly. Alright. It was a pleasure. Happy downloading and have a very good night. And a nice week. Starting tomorrow. So, I know it's delayed. Let's use the chat.